In this tutorial, I'm just going to go over the basics of setting up an email account. It's relatively easy to do. Once you log into your control panel, you'll be in an area that looks similar to this. You scroll down until you see email accounts. Click on that icon. And then you're delivered to an area similar to this. So for this example, I'm going to create sample at subtlenetwork.com, but yours would be, employee at yourdomain.com. And then select a password. If you want to use the same password for all the emails, I don't really recommend doing that, but depending on how, if you have an IT person on staff, it may be easy for you to keep track of that information. Just be careful to monitor those email accounts for spam and things like that. But for this one, I'm going to just create a sample password. And the control panel will tell you how weak or strong the password is. It is always recommended to include both letters and numbers, as well as a symbol. But for this example, that's not super important. Now, the mailbox quota, basically that's saying, how much do you want to allow, how much information do you want to allow in the mailbox. The 250 megs is the default. If it's a high traffic mailbox, you can increase that. I would just say, keep in mind, you don't want to be using your email boxes to store an infinite amount of data. The most that I would recommend increasing a mailbox to would be to a gig. And if you have several mailboxes, I wouldn't recommend having all of them be set to a gig. As long as you are going through and cleaning out your mailboxes and downloading them through Outlook or something like that every few months, then it's not a big deal. But if you do a lot of email traffic and don't ever clean out the old messages from your mailbox or archive them some way, eventually you will reach the limit of the hosting account. For the most part, it's not an issue, but just keep that in mind. The 250 meg is default, and that should be, for most intents and purposes, 6 months of emailing before you need to clean out the mailbox. And then all you do simply is you click on the Create Account button, and ta-da! The account is created, sample at subtlenetwork.com. Pretty easy to do.